welcome to today's edition of URP Practical Talk. I'm your host, George Gonzalez, and as always, we have Dr. Vishnu Bandhu, leader of the party. How are you?
Thank you, George.
Great,
I'm fine,
and
thank you.
great. And I see that you brought some two, well, not so familiar faces on the show.
Yeah.
So, if you mind, well, we'll start off with you. If you can please introduce yourself, let people know, who you are.
Okay, I am Beatrice Rosetta Parks, Metalholzer, and I am from Region 2, Essequibo. I am the chief organizer in that area representing URP. So I can say that I'm proud to be part of URP in this political arena because I'm proud to be with Dr. Vishnu Bandhu. And I am so proud to know that he is the leader of the URP.
Great. Well, sounds great. And also like to hear from you. So yes, who are you? Can you please let the people know? Actually, yes.
Oh, George, as campaign there and very busy in Essequibo throughout Guyana. And things are coming very good for the URP in Essequibo. Things we moving every day on the road. And there is good response for we in Essequibo, the party.
It's great. That's great. It's good stuff. So, all right. That of course, we're going to speak about the big thing that's on everybody's mind, local government. But first, before we go into that, I'm told you actually used to actually campaign quite heavily for another party. If you can, I guess, please shed a little bit of light on that and really what made you make the switch.
Okay, I was with the PPP. As a matter of fact, I grew up under the PPP. And during the time of the PPP under the Dragon time, I was a girl growing up listening to everything, the policy, whatever. But as the years go by and I got active into being a political activist for the PPP, in 2015, they started to have hiccups in our NBC area. Lots of hiccups. Things like things weren't being organized properly. Persons were actually hitting out at each other, trying to victimize each other. Actually, I'm one of the person who's very active for PPP, getting groups together, youths together, always being on the go, organizing, mobilizing. But you know what I have observed is that you don't move to a farther level than there because someone is always trying to keep you down, although you're doing a good job. And they know that you're doing a very, very good job for the party in a sense that you are socializing, getting people together, trying to keep people together so that they can have that strength. Things got worse in 2018. It got so worse that people coming into the party that don't know nothing much about it, they just came in because they were accepted without knowing the code of conduct, knowing how they have to conduct themselves, and so on. So I saw that the party was actually kind of condoling this kind of bringing in these sort of people with these attitudes. Like, for instance, no discipline. They talk what they want to talk, they do what they want to do, if they want to curse, to fight, and so on. So these things were things, and I've complained to the party about it on several occasions since 2015. We started to lose people because of some of the persons' attitude that came in. Nothing was done about it. Lately, we had a very big problem where there was a meeting called, and they had this big brawl, this big cuss down, and wanting to fight. So I told the party, I said, for me, this is not what I am accustomed to. This is not what I'm in for. And I'm not going to sit down here or stay within this party and tolerate this sort of behavior. So what I did, I told them I'm going to leave. I told them I'm leaving, and I said to them, I'm going to go with a party of my choice. So that is how I came on to joining with the URP. And it's not that I loved the party in a sense that I saw Dr. Vishnu Bandhu many times on TV. I met persons that know him so well also. We had discussions. There was no plan before, but things, I just love being with this party because I see it has discipline. And I'm looking for that because I need, once you're a leader, you have to be a respected leader. And to get respect, you have to live it. So I believe in this, and I believe that this party will move far away, and I will move far away with this party. Not for money's sake, finance sake, or anything, because of my own free will, I agreed to be with this party. It's my choice.
That's great. And so what you're telling me is that you see a lot of the sort of bad behavior, a lot of the ill discipline, and a lot of these um, things that are essentially counter to the message of that party, which is really what made you have to leave from there. But you're really seeing better things from this party. That you're seeing a party that actually cares.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes. I'm seeing that this party, it cares because when I listen to all the programs, you're hearing of what the party is going to do for the people of Guyana, for the betterment of the lives of people. And elections is all about people. It's not about us as leaders, but it's about the people. So I see that way. If you're not there as a leader to serve the people, well, then you can't be a leader. So I see URP is there to serve the people and to make the people lives better, to make Guyana a better country.
And so that sounds great, and I'd definitely like to hear from Mr. Singh on the about just the same thing as to what really attracted you to the URP.
Well, George, due to the fishing, I get involved in the party because the previous government they never do nothing to the fishing industry. This one take over, they're not doing nothing to the fish industry. So I talked to Dr. Bandu about it, and from there he said we go work on it. And from the time I come aboard, I see things getting better. Because other day we had an incident in Essequibo there, where them block off the coca where we just got gonna upload ice, fish, and so on. And I take the fisherman and come to me. I take it, I post it up on the Facebook. I talk to the chairman and more about it. I see the matter resolved, you know. So we gotta keep working. We gotta send pressure on these people because they only want to sit down and then don't have time with the people. I mean, it's people.
Now, the last time we had spoke, because you have been on the show before that, we had spoken in regards to the situation and the well, essentially the fallout of the banning of several species of fish, importation of Guyanese fish into the states. Now I know that's really affected a lot of the fishermen out there, but is this something that continues to affect them? Like, has there been you seen any change in that situation since?
Well, the fish decrease a lot. Decrease, you're not getting fish now. And also the price is very low too, you know. That would affect a lot right now. The fuel price gone up.
Wow. So things are then even more difficult, and there's even less fish that you're not only physically able to catch, but then also, I
And
guess, legally catch and export.
we still have the same problem with ice and Essequibo game.
Hmm.
Nothing now be done after this thing. The chief fishery officer promised since actually 2 months of farmer co-op in Essequibo. And to rain on the farmer. Yeah. I don't know. They just come in and promise. Well, it started from the previous government to this one. Same thing going on all the time.
So you're seeing under two different governments the same exact type of behavior.
Yes.
And so this is all the more reason as why you decided you want to give URP a chance.
Well, I know URP have a vision for the fisherman. Yep. And that vision, when it come 2020, they will see the vision.
It's great. It's
And
great.
we have a lot of support, George, with fishing, fisherman, man and woman. Everywhere we go, we have support. They said they never see here with this party, they never see him. In no political party, no leader never go out and reach to the fisherman like what we did. All over. Just a leave from the bank off and come here. I was talking to the fisherman them there too. And them say yes. That you in the fish industry, you know everything that's what's going on. Yep.
That's right. And so you feel like it's a party that the leader, that the management, the executives, like they're not afraid to really try to get out there and meet the people.
No. We ready. We willing. Anytime to go.
Great. Oh, it sounds great. Sounds great.
Whether hard or soft, we willing to go.
Yeah.
Any part.
No, no, sounds good. No, it sounds good to hear. It says you're ready. Yes, and of course, on that, I'll actually bring it over to Doctor. You ready for local government?
Well, yes, we are here. We are very busy in the field, in the local government. Lot of challenges, lot of things are happening. Um, as I said, that the major political party has been making a lot of problem for us. In fact, this government here, they had blamed the previous government for the media. And this government now, the NCN, we are not getting time on the NCN to advertise ourselves. But the APNU and the AFC are getting time to advertise themselves. All in Linden, every week a few times they are on the television. We can get time to go on the media.
As a full-fledged political party, been contesting elections
Yes.
since the '80s, and
And you can't get time. But because they are in government, they do the same thing as the previous government did. They bang the previous government for the same thing, and they continue the same exact thing what the previous government doing where the NCN is concerned. The NCN is the people's channel. Well, why you're denying us to go on this station? We are paying for program, and you still don't want to accept our money or put us on because you're afraid. What you are afraid of? If the PPP are saying they got so much supporters, and if the PNC are saying they got so much supporters, why you worry about the URP getting involved? Huh? Because they ain't got no supporter. All their supporter will move to them, right?
yeah.
So why are you afraid of the URP getting involved in local government elections? Huh?
You feel they consider you a threat?
We are a threat to them. We are a serious threat to both of them. Wherever we are contesting, we are a threat to them. Because the people out there, you will hear, they're saying, the last administration was the same system. This administration is no difference in the system, right? That is why the URP is saying that the local government should be about the people, not about the political party. And I always said the local government election, in my book, is more important than the general election in the country, because you're talking about your community. You're talking about developing your community to make your community better. I do not want to take up much of your time. Ms. Park here, she are very au fait with local government. We can let her have the floor a little and talk about local government.
Sure. I'm sure definitely as a chief organizer
Yeah.
that for the party and in this region, we've given a lot of focus
Yeah.
to Berbice and, parts of Esquivel, but Pomeroon, yes.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about some of the efforts that you've been having so far in there.
Okay, I can tell you, as what Dr. Bandu just mentioned, this local government election is all about community. It's all about the people in the community. It's all about the representatives in the community, the candidates. And local government is saying to the people in the community that we need you to make decisions for your community. We need you to say what are the issues, what are the setbacks, what are the things that are affecting you, and what is the need of the community. And this is where it comes to people. It comes to the people in the community to say, this is what we are urgently in need of. And we're looking at the economy. In a community, right now, the economical standard, it's very, very low. It's at the edge where people are wondering to know what next is going to happen. It's like a bomb is set there and just ready to go off because they have lot people just thinking what more to do. They're dissatisfied with the way that they what was going on within the NDCs. Elections were done in 2015. Elected officials were their councils to serve the people in the community. And when we go to an election for local government, you go with the idea that this is to be of service to the people of the community, that they have elected you there, they have much hopes that you're the one that will be looking forward to them. So local government, it's based mostly on candidates, the people that you choose as candidates. The candidates are the ones that the people within the area that lives in the community, in the NECs, that depends on those who's are chosen and elected as candidates, that they put out the works that the people raise issues about. Local government is all about development in a community. Now, these are things that we need, is a need of the people. And let me just say this. I can say this and I'm saying it again. It's so happy to know that URP came on because when you listen to what they're saying, I can tell you, I am encouraging all across Guyana NDCs, please, I am encouraging you, vote for URP. Vote for URP and you will see a big change in not your community alone, but a big change in Guyana as a whole, change in the lives of people. Because people are there and they are crying for help. And they are crying for someone to come on board to help them. And I see URP as that help.
I would like to cut in here.
No problem.
I was made to understand from people where even the PPP when they were in the NDCs, they are telling people that look, try not to make things go, get better, because you have to make things go bad for them people to realize to get back in power.
Wow. So
You know.
there's actually people on the local level
Yeah.
who are trying to actively spite the government,
Yeah.
just as a means of
Yeah.
pure politics.
Political things. I think I had a discussion with Miss Park on that, and she endorsed it. That where people, when they were in power there, people are telling her to do things to play down the development instead of getting development up, but getting it down so that the PPP will look good. And this is the message, this is what I have been saying all the time in Guyana. How long the PPP and the PNC and the APNU and the AFC take control of Parliament, God help us in Guyana. God really have to help us because there's no future, especially for the younger generation in this country. And this is why I always appeal to parents, ageable people who have children. If you don't think about yourself, think about your children. Think about your grandchildren and great grandchildren. Because you do not want them to go in this path that we are going right now in Guyana. Because this government is taking us right down back to slavery days. Because if a person can't have 3 meals a day, it's like going back to slavery.
What point is freedom if you can't enjoy it?
There's no freedom, right? And what is life without freedom? What is life without happiness? There's no life. That's why you see people can't take it, they go commit suicide. You know, they do all kind of, they kill their wife, they kill their children, kill themselves. And all come because of our economy, if you trace it back. It's because of the hardship in Guyana. People doesn't know where to turn, where to go. Because people have been fooled in this country politically. People have been fooled religiously in Guyana. The two main faction of societies. We will fool left, right, and center. So people don't know who to trust, who to believe anymore, right? But what I want to tell you, the audience out there, you have to trust the URP. Because remember, the URP was never there. So you cannot point your finger to the URP because we were never there. Right? There's no way you can point your finger to us. Right? What we have been trying, we came here, reformed since 85, we came here 87. We assisted PPP to get in power. We assist to get them out also from power. And that's what you call true democracy. Right? That's what true democracy. That is why we are talking. They're saying that we have democracy. I am saying, and the URP is saying, we do not have democracy. We have dictatorship in Guyana, not democracy. Because if we had democracy, they wouldn't debar us from using the NCN, the People's Channel in this country. That's right there, show you one simple thing of dictatorship.
I'm sorry to cut you right there, but that even made me think back to actually just earlier this year last year, that President Granger had said that he promises that this government is going to take freedom of speech seriously, that it's going to uphold press freedom and a lot of these other factors of true free discourse. Do you feel like that's indicative?
George, that's only talk.
Mm.
It's only talk. These guys only know to talk. You know? They don't know to do things. They only talk all the time. They talk when they in their campaign, they will do that. They talk about constitutional reform, they say they will do that. Up to now, you can't see nothing. They don't even attempt to do it. Because the Constitution protect them, protect the president. He's the God in the country. You know, we don't need a God. We need a political party. We need an NDC, township council. We need people to serve the people. We don't need people who want to be served. And in the PPP, PNC, APNU, AFC, and all these things, they want to be served. That's why they hike their salary as soon as they go in government. 50, I would say 100% they hike it, not 50%. They hike their salary. So if technically if a man get $1 million a month with all his friends benefits and so forth, you have about $4 million a month to one person. If you understand the system, how it works, right? Now we are a small country. We are a small population. We cannot afford to pay those kind of money that they are taking, and they are fattening themselves, and the poor people here are suffering. They don't have for themselves.
Now, what do you say about like now this government? They had specifically came on a platform of transparency, caring, giving this image that they're a caring government. That do you feel that this runs counter their actual behavior runs counter to the message that?
Oh yeah,
Mm,
they fail from everything what they said. They are a failure, right? You know, this is why even our oil contract has been like this of 2%. Because they are a failure. They can't even write a contract properly. They don't know anything about business. Right? You see, that is why I'm saying a political leader, I respect the American, the Canadian, and British politician. If you want to go in politics and a high level, you have to have money. You have to know about money. Most of all, you got to know about business, because running a country is one of the biggest type of business, and you have to know what management. If you don't have that full quality, get out of the race. And they does not have those qualities. You know, everyone, actually, most of the politicians in Guyana, you know, I call them gutter rats. They come out from the gutter. They never had nothing. Most of them. They don't know about money. They never see money. So when they get in government, whatever, you know, they see, they get money drunk. They get power drunk. And that's how we go. So I am appealing to you, the people out there. Please look at us, take us seriously, and see what's happening in your country. Support the URP for your future, for your family future, for a better Guyana, and let us be proud of our country and our people. I thank you and may God bless you.
so, and that's a great note to leave it off on. So we'll go right there and we'll wrap it up. So thank you. So thank you, Mr. Singh, coming in to speak with us. Thank you, Mrs. Parks.
Thank you so much for being here.
So yes, and of course, as always,
Yeah.
thank you, Dr. Bandu.
Thank you.
So yes, and of course, I wish you all the best of luck in your continuing your campaign for local government in Essequibo.
It's a pleasure.
Yes, and that's all the time that we have for today's edition of URP Practical Talk. I'm your host, George Gonzalez, and we'd like to encourage you to check out the website, www.urpguyana.com, or you can check us out on Facebook, URP Guyana. Thanks again, and have a good one.